I just realized something. It's been a while since I've done an Armory update. And I've gotten a lot more guns in, thanks to, of course, not only making a lot of friends, but also some that have kind of left the collection. And I also have a box, literally full of project guns, or at least one that I am very much so wanting to share with everyone. So let us begin with, of course, the obvious! The long arms and the shotguns. The Double Eagle shotgun, or at least the pump rifle, making this effectively into a slug gun. Moving on. The Clearsoft pistol grip 590 shotgun. This, of course, was Buddy's, whose uncle is no longer with us as shotgun, so yeah. And a Benelli M3 pistol grip stock of a MIA Benelli M3 tri-shot Springer. Sadly. So, moving on to, of course, the rifles. Now, I'm going to go with the non-Armalite rifles before I get to the Armalite rifle, because I've got a lot of Armalite rifles. So let's go with the non-Armalite rifles, shall we? First up in the Springer category is, of course, the Crossfire Type 95 Springer. The magazine, of course, is kind of broken. Hoping to get to a friend, make an adapter for this thing, because this does have a hop-up. This does take AEG Springers. Spring mags, and until I can actually find them on Amazon, you can only find these things on eBay, sadly. Yeah. Next up, we have one of two M14s. This, of course, being the AGM/S&T M14 Springer. This is the cut-down version, and over here is the long boy version. Yeah. Modified pump-action Star AUG. That is now not locking back ever. Yeah. A Kalashnikov. Shorty boy Kalashnikov. This may change back to the regular Kalashnikov size, and I actually do have several Kalashnikov bodies. This one has the side-folding stock that looks like a Type 89, but in fact is based off a Norinco Mac 90. Yeah, we're still just beginning, guys. There's going to be a lot of guns here. My modified Springer Generation 1 FN Scar with the round charging handle that was held in by a screw instead of the stubby ones we see nowadays. Like I said, there's a lot of these guys. A rebrand, cheaper alternative to the Double Eagle M86 or 85. It's basically some sort of Double Eagle G36 SIGI AEG that literally is just the it's just, yeah, well, we're still getting there, guys. The ASG TAC 6. I saw the suppressor for it. CO2. Pistol caliber carbine, loosely based off the Beretta. Pistol caliber carbine. I need to take this out to a game one day when I get more of these magazines. Yeah. Next up is one of many bullpups. My FN 2000, the tactical tuna. Just gotta love this thing. Next up, and of course from the DC wasteland, the assault rifle, the R91, the HKG3. Not the HK33, which would be the 5.56 variant. This is the 7.62 by 51 NATO variant. The one that takes the big boy magazines, the chunky boy magazines, which I do plan to get more of, and I do plan to get a proper freaking claw mount so I can run optics and cameras and literally be able to run this thing one day. I do hope to run this G3 one day, I promise. Now, in terms of submachine guns, yes, I know, technically speaking, I skipped the Armalites. We're gonna get to the Armalites. Just trust me, there's a lot of Armalites in the collection. Next up is, of course, the competition version of the, well, I say competition, this is basically the economy version of the HK UMP 45. It is basically the this is basically the non-blowback AEG. The charging handle does not go. You can't do the HK slap on this thing. It is literally just as is. This is not mine, but it's being held in the collection for my brother, who is currently fucking moving. This was a pre-owned, this was a rebuild. If you haven't seen the videos yet, I'm going to be doing videos very soon talking about why this thing is an absolute pain in the ass to rebuild. Next up, a classic and staple of the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s is, of course, none other than the MP5. The MP5 SD, in this case, being SEMA, charging handle, gone. And, yeah, this was actually part of a trade. It is legit one of those things of just, this was a great trade. I am very happy with it, and I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more with it, including putting a frickin' solid stock on this thing, because I absolutely do not like this stock on this style of frickin' MP5. Personal opinion, mind you, and personal taste, mind you. Now, without further ado, the Armalites. There's a lot of Armalites. A lot of my little Armalites. Oh boy. The service rifle. The SRU bullpup kit. With a flushed barrel. The confused SPR build that was originally Magpul, but is now basically what happens when a Call of Duty player basically gets his hands on an... Yeah. The Magpul PCS fully licensed Colt. The non-gas blowback currently has issues. One of my issues, I mean... yeah. The HK416 with an actual Magpul pistol grip. And, of course, a gas blowback. And, yeah, let's just say that I'm definitely going to be having fun with this. But a big thing about it is that, safety's on. Just listen. Yeah. The Sleeper M2-in-1 M4, which will no longer be mine, but is actually going as a birthday gift to a very lucky friend out there who I met through not only, of course, TupeloCon, but also CorinthCon, and even was at my Fallout event. And honestly, I think he deserves this 2-in-1 Sleeper build that has a Novrich gearbox in there, and of course, a hidden tri-shot shotgun disguised as an M203. This is not the last Armalite, there is one more. The Weeb Blaster, or the JG Star Dragon from Ghost in the Shell. Okay, before we get to the pistols, and believe me, there is a freaking drawer through a Springer, full of Springers here, which we will not be talking about, unless it's ones I actually do want to talk about, but no, today we will, but before we do that, I want to talk about the grenades, because I have a ton of spring grenades, honestly. I have a bandolier full of spring grenades. I also have a M203, which I have no grenades for, and sadly the thing broke on, which means I have to practice until I can get a replacement hinge for this thing. But, big thing though is that if you like grenades just as much as I do, sponsor plug here, go down to the affiliate link down below and actually get a really awesome kit that will take your Thunderbee grenades and turn them into 9mm blank grenades for half the cost of many other blank firing grenades. And the best part is it's made in Italy, made by the same people who basically, again, basically the same country that makes Berettas and the Benellis. So they know something about some lovely stuff, if you catch my meaning. Affiliate link down below. Moving on back to the armory. Okay, so in terms of the actual handguns, there are a good chunk that are in my collection. The notable of the Springers is, of course, the 25th anniversary Tokyo Marui 1911 still in box Springer that's right behind me, and shall never leave the box again and shall stay in there for collecting reasons. In front of it, though, is the Wingun Beretta M87 target pistol, which sadly is a bit worn in because it might be just the magazine, but every time this thing fires a couple of times, the magazine will drop free. So I don't know what's going on with that. But, yeah. Bit crazy here. 1, 2, 3, 1911s. I actually have more 1911s, but a lot of them are either in pieces, are basically broken, turned to spare parts, or springers. I have a lot of 1911s. I really do. For when you want to pack something for her. Hans, get Luca. I don't even know what Black Ops is trying to say here. I mean, is this based off an Italian handgun, or based off of an actual handgun from Black Ops, or just its own freaking amalgamation of a kit bash design? You tell me. Oh look, an underappreciated Ruger. To be exact, a Ruger P345 in the 45 caliber, i.e. the caliber of my two world wars, except more modern and almost sci-fi looking with fiber optics. A Smith & Wesson, along with its carbine kit. Obviously, some actual, legal, real-world shenanigans would never happen if these were real guns, am I right? I mean, don't get me wrong, darling. Would you expect me to have all these HK guns and these German guns if I didn't have an HK USP in the collection, yeah? I mean, I like a revolver, but good God, I've got the freaking John Lennon special here. I've got the 8-shot Wonder, and then of course I got the freaking 10 shots of just cyberpunk here. I mean, is this getting a little ridiculous in terms of revolvers and the evolution of them, or is this in the right direction? You let me know in the comment section. I mean, it's called Excalibur, so is this 9x19 frickin' race gun from frickin' Slovakia is named after the sword? Does that mean that this double action race gun that's meant to compete with other race guns is the gun to rule them all because it's named Excalibur? Or am I just reading too deep into it because of Arthurian legend? And finally, the one that everyone will be making quotes of in the comments section. The Samurai Edge. The gun of stars of Resident Evil. The gun that almost made Jill a Jill sandwich. Okay, I'll knock it off and get on to the projects I have planned. The only real big projects I have planned at the moment is, of course, this right here. This is a interesting idea I had while playing Cyberpunk 2077. Taking the Lancer Tactical Buy here, putting on this stubby rail barrel and just this amazing flash hider that was given to me by my buddy Mr. OT, and turn this into like this weird cyberpunk gun. I've chromed it up a little bit. I'm going to add like some light red here and there in terms of like chrome paint, like light red paint. Maybe do some red stripes like down this way and then maybe up this way. I don't know yet, but again, I might leave it as is because there is some light red coming through it. So I don't know if I should leave it like this. You let me know in the comments section. But yeah, no, basically this is going to be turned into a Cyberpunk M4 for a Cyberpunk loadout that I'm actually building up in a literal Amazon list. I'm building it up and kind of just looking around, seeing what I like, what I don't like, just kind of working with the stuff I have at the moment. So yeah, any ideas for a Cyberpunk loadout, you let me know in the comment section down below, and all must be on Amazon. Just saying, okay? That's where the challenge is. That's where the real challenge is. That's where actual challenges are made and promises are kept. That's been the Armory video for 2023, and again, that's all the guns I have now. If you look back at the old Armory videos, you will see a lot of the guns that I've actually had to let go, or I've traded, or I've sold. Among these have been, of course, the Desert Eagle, the M712, the pink M4, and, of course, the Thompson. A lot of these guns I didn't want to let go, but I had to because the deals were too good. A lot of the guns I got in were actually gifts from friends who actually wanted to help out. A lot of them are stuff that are just all over here that I have that, thanks to you guys, I was able to get and am able to actually do and actually have in my collection to review, to work on, to make videos on, to make a lot of content on. So yeah. Again, a lot of cool stuff here because of you guys, you the viewers. So if you want to help out the channel, then please go down to the affiliate link down below and go check out this company, Braytech. Braytech, I think the name of it is. It might be Italian, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but they do make some really awesome and honest to God, really cool adapters for Thunderbees. So please go check out this company, go buy them. Any sales made through the affiliate link comes back to us, which means you're supporting the channel by buying their products, and it comes back to us. Or if you want to help out directly, and I mean this, if you want to help out directly, then please consider donating to the PayPal or Cash App down below. Because it's folks like you that actually make what we do here possible. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL. And depending on how things go forward into summer of 2023, we may have a lot more stuff and a lot more cool things come in that allow us to basically make some really, really interesting things. Just saying. But, till then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been AirsoftAL, and I shall see all you lovely, lovely people in the next video. Till next time, later.